Okay, so I am going to make a regular loaf of bread, and I'm just going to do a video so you guys can see me do it, and it's going to be a pass or fail, who knows. So what I started with is I used 2¼ teaspoons of this active dry yeast, along with 1 cup of warm water and 2 tablespoons of just regular white sugar. And I mixed it up really good with a fork to incorporate everything together. And I'm gonna let this sit here for about 10 minutes undisturbed, and then we will come back to it to see what's next. So this is now set for 10 minutes, and you can see it's bubbly. So it's time to move to the next steps. Now I'm gonna try to do this one-handed here, but I am using King Arthur's unbleached all-purpose flour, and we are going to do 3 cups of that. We are going to do 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm using what I have on hand, which is Wesson oil vegetable oil, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Now you can use pink Himalayan salt. I don't have any of that on hand, so I'm just using my Morton's salt. I'll be back in just a minute. I have all of those ingredients added, and I put my dough hook in here, and then what I'm gonna do is turn this on, and I'm just gonna let this knead for about 10 minutes, and then we will come back and see what's going on. Okay, this is my dough after 10 minutes. This is the consistency that you're wanting. It's a little sticky, but you know, not bad. So what I'm gonna do now is I am not gonna dirty up another bowl. So I am gonna take my canola oil, and I am going to spray my bowl good, like so, and I'm gonna plop this back down in there. I'm not messing with it, and then I am gonna get a towel, and I'm gonna cover this up for probably around an hour, and then we'll come back and check it. Okay, this has been sitting for well over an hour, and you see that it is doubled in size. So you're gonna get to punch it. This takes all of your frustration out of it. Nah, not out on this. So it's hard to do this while I'm holding a phone. But anyway, you're going to see it's not sticking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my loaf pan, and I am going to spray that with my canola oil. If I can do that and hold this. So just give it a good spray so it does not stick. And then I am just going to knead this bread and put it into a loaf form, put it in my loaf pan, and let it sit and rise for another hour. This is what it looks like in my loaf pan, so I'm going to cover this and let it sit. The bread that I just made that I was letting sit has now doubled, almost tripled in size. So I am going to stick it in the oven and cook it on 350 for about 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so my bread is finally out, and it really took mine probably 45-50 minutes to cook, so I just had to keep watching it. The last thing that I'm gonna do is cover this with some melted butter, and then we're gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes before I release it from the pan, so that it will not break. And I will come back with the final cut piece here in a minute and tell you what I think. Okay, I cut the end piece off. It's really nice. So the moment of truth, I'm gonna bring it over here. Excuse me, I've got put like a little bit of butter. I'll get to see my, and then take a bite. Okay. That is a good recipe. Try it.